thought it'd be a great idea to share with you guys my worst and best designer handbag buys. So when I'm buying a designer bag and I'm spending all of that money, usually it's over $1,000 for a good designer bag, I know I do my research, and one of the first things I do is I YouTube what other girls are wearing. Was it worth the investment? What color choice did they make? And what leather choice to go with for that specific bag? So my first disappointment or worst purchase ever is this Gucci canvas tote or handbag, whatever you guys want to call it. I don't remember the exact name that Gucci gave it, but it's made out of their original canvas material, and surprisingly it has held up through the years. I do take care of my bags. I make sure that they're stuffed all the time and they're in their dust bags because I do want to make sure that they're in their best condition ever, just in case I do want to resell them, or I want to pass them on to my daughter if I ever have a daughter, or my cousin or my sister. And the reason I went with this bag was because I was in college and a lot of girls had the Louis Vuitton Neverfull bag and they were putting their books and their laptops in it, and I was like, oh, I totally want one of these. They're on trend. But I'm kind of a girl who doesn't like to wear what other girls are wearing, so I was like, okay, let me research a bag that is kind of comparable to the Louis Vuitton Neverfull bag, and this is the one I bought. I've always loved Gucci. I feel like they're a classic brand that never goes out of style, and all of their pieces are such great material. As far as the material goes, I would have probably gone with a different material, but considering that it is a canvas material, the bag has held up through the years, so I'll give props to Gucci on that one. It is a quality bag. As far as the size, I would have gone with a smaller size because I'm not in school anymore, but when I was in school, it was a good size, and it was very light. So when I did fill the bag, since it is so large, I subconsciously just wanted to fill it with all my stuff, pencils, makeup, laptop, books, all that stuff. It did do the job, and it was easy to carry because it was so light. The structure of the bag is not my favorite. I think that I don't have any good things to say about the structure at all. I wish that it had a hard bottom or a solid bottom, or maybe a plate in it. I know that they do sell acrylic plates to put in your bags, but I just feel like those would break once I stuffed all the heavy things in this bag. My next designer bag regret is the Celine luggage tote in the size micro and in the color, well, I don't know the exact color, but it is a beige gray neutral. I'm gonna be honest with you, this bag was a last minute spontaneous purchase, and I really do regret this bag, I think, more than the Gucci bag, because when I first saw it, I never even really liked it. I thought it kind of looked like a little toaster, am I right? But I decided to go for it because it was the it bag a few years back, and a lot of girls were wearing it, and I was like, oh, it is a good bag. I thought the leather was great, which it is. It's a nice color. It was a good size. It wasn't the Phantom and it wasn't the Nano, and I was just like, okay, I'm gonna do it. Now, I'm telling you right now, I highly regret this bag. Everyone has it. The resale value is terrible, so I can't even get half of the price that I paid for it. And what makes it the worst bag for me, at least, is the fact that it's so heavy. I never find myself reaching for this bag because of how heavy it is, especially when I start putting my stuff in it. It's just not practical. Although this bag is my biggest regret, I will say this, it is a statement bag, and every time I do wear it, people look at it and they compliment the bag and they're like, oh, I love your bag. And you know, at the end of the day, it is a very bougie bag, and although it's bougie, like I mentioned, it's my biggest regret. But I know a lot of girls still love this bag, and I have friends that do love the bag, but for me it was just too heavy, not practical at all, and I just think that there's other bags on the market that are way cuter and worth the money. The next two bags I'm going to talk about are two not worst decision bags or best decision bags, so they're kind of in the middle, and they're just two bags that I'm just like, should I have bought it, should I have not? I'm very indifferent about it. So the first bag that I'm very indifferent about is the Louis Vuitton Neverfull bag in the size medium. Now, I personally didn't buy this. It used to be my mom's, and somehow it kept on coming into my closet because, you know, I have sticky fingers. But I don't think I would ever personally buy this bag for myself just because I don't like it, just because everyone has it. But I will say this, it is a very practical bag. It is good quality. The leather is amazing. I will give it to them. Now, I don't like the fact that it gets so dirty. I don't know if you guys can see that, but this bag practically looks black from all the wear that it has. Now, like I mentioned, it was my mom's and she did get a lot of use out of it. She personally loves this bag just like a bunch of other of my friends, but I don't like it just because it does get dark. I don't like the fact that it doesn't have a zipper, it just has this little chain, and it's just, I don't know, I just, there's nothing that attracts me to it, but I also don't hate it because it is such a practical bag and I know that a lot of girls like it. So I think it's easy to say that the bag speaks pretty much for itself. Everything that's gonna be said about the bag or can be said about the bag has been said on YouTube, but this is my opinion, I guess, so I have to say I'm very indifferent about it. I don't know if I could justify the money. I think the bag is retailing right now about $1,200. I just think that, you know, for $1,200, I'm gonna buy another bag. That's the truth. I would buy another bag unless you need a little tote bag. But even then, I think that there are cuter totes around, and that brings me to my next bag. As you can see, this is a tote bag, just like the Neverfull bag, and it is definitely in a brighter color, almost sun-like color. I think the camera makes it look a little brighter than it is. I feel like it's more of a, no, I'm kidding. It's definitely a bright yellow, but it is a much more fun tote bag that I think is worth the money if you're looking for a not so cliche tote bag that not everyone has. This is the GoYard St. Louis tote bag in the size GM. The first thing I want to mention about this bag is that it's a little difficult to find just because they don't sell their brand online. There is no GoYard.com e-store. So you have to actually purchase it at a location at a good yard store. So the reason this bag is indifferent is because it is such a bright color, but I personally wanted a standout color, and that's why I went with this bright yellow. And one thing I don't love about the bag is the material. It's more of a vinyl than a leather, and I don't know how long it's gonna hold up. I've only had it since December, but I do wear it out a lot because of the fun color it is. Now again, there is no zipper on this bag, which I don't like about it because I don't want my things falling out, but I've learned that I guess tote bags, they pretty much never have a zipper. So if you're gonna go with a tote bag, like I mentioned, I think that this is a great fun tote bag and not a lot of people have it. So if you want to stand out and be different, this is a great purchase. Now let's talk about my favorite designer bag purchases that I would buy over and over again. My first favorite is this Chloe Mini Marcy bag, and oh, I cannot rave about this bag enough. And I love the fact that it is so small because I am short and it just makes me look slimmer and taller, and the color, everything is just so perfect about the bag. I love that it has the horseshoe design. I feel as if I were to buy this bag again, I would have no second thoughts about it. I would buy it in a heartbeat. I probably will end up buying it in a different color because I wear it so much. It fits so much stuff in it. I'll show you guys inside. Don't mind all my stuff in it because, like I mentioned, it is the bag that I wear almost every single day. As you guys can see, there is a lot of stuff in here. When I travel, I even put my camera in there and my iPhone 7 Plus. So that's a whole lot of stuff in there for this mini bag. And I absolutely love the color. The leather is amazing. It's so soft. It's held up really well. I feel like I must have scratched this bag so many times, but you can't even see it. And I love the fact that I can swing it over my shoulder because it is a crossbody bag. So, little quick recap. If I were to buy this bag again, it would be a definite yes. This is a great everyday designer bag. It's super cute. I love the horseshoe detailing on it and this little gold accent. And it just fits so many things in it for such a small little bag. My next favorite bag is this Chloe Drew shoulder bag in the color gray. Now, when I was buying this bag, I was in between getting a black bag or this gray color, but I ended up going with gray because I thought that a black bag was easier to find. And this gray, honestly, it's so gorgeous. It matches so many things. I can wear it during the day with a pair of white jeans, and then I can dress it up at night with an all black ensemble or a little red dress, and it just really pops. Now, I love the gold hardware. This bag just screams luxury, and I think it's definitely one of the best bag purchases I've ever done. I love all the gold detailing, the little hardware. It just, like I said, it looks like such a luxurious bag. and it is very roomy inside. Please excuse the paper. Like I mentioned earlier, I do keep all of my bags with the paper and the dust bags because I want to keep them in the best condition possible. Overall, I think that this is a great investment bag, especially if you want a bag that you can take from day to night and still look luxurious at any time. My favorite part about this bag, believe it or not, is the quality of the chain. It just feels luxurious. I love that it has this little detailing on the chain where it's attached to this little clip thing. I think it's such a nice detail. They didn't just sling some clips on it. It really gives the bag character, and I really appreciate that. I think that Chloe did an amazing job on this bag, and if you're in the market for one, I definitely get it in a gray instead of a black, just so it adds unique character to it when you're wearing it. My last and most favorite bag is this YSL from the Kate collection. I would say the full name, but it is insanely long and I just can't remember it, but I will definitely link it down below for you guys. I do know that this bag comes in 3 different varieties. It comes like this with the tassel and the chain, and then it comes just with the tassel or just with the chain and no tassel. I decided to go with the tassel and the chain just because I feel like it gives the bag so much character. It gives it some edge with this little tassel, and I like the fact that if I don't want to wear the chain, then I can just put it back in the bag. And that way I have 2 different ways of wearing this the bag, as a crossbody or as a clutch for more elegant events, or if I'm going to a wedding or ball or a fundraiser, then this is the bag that I would just put the chain in. And then if I decide to go dancing, I can bring the chain out, and it's just, honestly, it is the perfect bag. It is the bag that I will never regret buying. I think I will have it through the years since it is a classic bag. And what I love about it is that although it is a classic bag, it has the character to it. It's not just, you know, your regular Chanel purse or your Gucci with the G's. It has the tassel, and for me, the tassel really sold me on the bag. And I think that it's just, like I said, it's just a great bag. I don't know what else to say besides that I love this bag so much. I wear it at least once a week or even twice a week because it's perfect. It matches with anything. You can wear it during the day. I've seen a lot of girls do that, maybe with a pair of white jeans or something more casual, even with shorts, and then you dress it up with shoes. But I prefer to wear it during the nighttime because I think it is such a luxurious bag. Now, my only complaint about this bag is that the leather is very sensitive. I did scratch it with my nails while I was wearing it, and that kind of sucks because when you're paying so much money for a bag, you kind of want it to have good quality. And although it does have good quality, I just think that the leather could have been a little sturdier. Now, I don't think that's YSL's fault. I just think that leather in general gets scratched up, but maybe I would have gone with a different leather choice. Actually, I don't even think that. I just think the bag is so perfect. I'll probably end up buying it in a white or a red just because I love it so much. So this is the bag from all the bags I've shown you guys. If you're ever gonna buy a bag, I'd probably go with this one. It depends on your lifestyle too, so maybe don't take all of my advice, but if you are considering this bag, I highly recommend it. You will use it, especially during the nighttime. So that's all the bags I have to show you guys today. I hope that you guys liked it. I hope that it was informative, and that if you are in the market for a designer bag, that this was helpful. And if you do decide to buy a bag or one of the bags I showed you, or even another bag, please let me know because I am nosy and I want to know what you bought, and maybe I'll buy it too. And yeah, I hope that you guys, like I said, like the video. Make sure you guys give it a big thumbs up, and if you're not already subscribed to the channel, please join the family and click that subscribe button down below. And also make sure you guys check out my